Alright, so I just wanted to comment a little bit on allocation of resources, again, from the county and city level. So I just spent the week, much of the week, treating trees that are actually on county property, huge 80-year-old sycamores that can't be replaced, but I mean you can replace them, and the city counts it as about $500 to cut a tree down, and then I'm not sure how much they allocate for replacing that tree. But in terms of the ecosystem services that are provided by that tree, that's certainly not included in their cost-benefit analysis. So instead of these trees going down, the people who own the property had the foresight to invest, less than $500 into saving these trees. So I gave them an anthracnose treatment to save them. So basically protect the trees, knock back the infection, and protect the trees for the next 3 years. And that will allow these 80-year-old enormous trees to continue to provide fabulous benefits. For example, the canopy of these trees is, probably equivalent to the height of the trees, which is probably close to 60 feet. So if you've got a 60-foot diameter canopy in row houses with small lawns, that means that canopy is not only keeping the street cooler, but it's also keeping their two-story apartments cooler. So they're experiencing reduced electric utility bills as a result of these trees. Also, these trees are providing shade and cooling, so microclimate cooling for when they're walking around the block with their kids and dogs and each other, trying to get exercise and get outdoors in the midst of COVID. Sycamores have, these fantastically large leaves, and you might notice they're fuzzy, and that fuzziness are hair-like projections that are called trichomes. So huge leaves with trichomes are going to collect particulate matter, and it also absorb nitrous oxide, ozone, carbon dioxide emissions, and that increases the air quality for the people who are walking around that neighborhood. So they have better air to breathe, higher oxygen values, lower temperatures, so they are actually healthier as a result of being able to walk around in this neighborhood with these mature 80 to 90-year-old trees than they would be without those mature trees. But the county thinks that their best spending options would be to just cut these trees down, remove them instead of treating them. It's about twice the price to remove the tree. I don't know if that includes replacing the tree, but certainly the loss in services, if you replace a 60-foot tree with a 60-foot diameter canopy or a 40-foot diameter canopy, that is not going to be, you cannot match those ecosystem services that are lost with a new, 15-foot pin oak or any kind of tree. It's just too young. It just doesn't have the strength, the stature. So I just wanted to point out the ecosystem services that these trees provide, and how I wish counties could find a way to change their accounting that allows them to identify these ecosystem services that save them money in terms of healthcare costs, in terms of water and air quality services that are provided, and also in terms of aesthetic services that can lead to different psychological states. So children and adults that are living in green areas with a lot of canopy cover show lower states of anxiety, and certainly, like I pointed out before, this is a great time to have a lower state of anxiety.